My name is Daniel, and I'm going to share with you the change that I'm very grateful that happened to me. Let me start with one of the quotes that marked the beginning of the new me, and is, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Socrates. Before the quarantine and the COVID exist, I was a very conformist person. In all the way, as in school, mental health, physical health, relationships, knowledge, finances, etc. Please don't get me wrong, it wasn't that I didn't care, but that I didn't pay enough attention to them as they deserve. Also, it's worth mentioning that I didn't hate my life. On the contrary, I was very grateful for everything. The only thing is that I didn't know what I like and a little bit disoriented from my plans. They weren't very clear at all. The image I had of me was not very clear. Let's start with the day that was the one that made the change for me. It was one Monday in the middle of the year, and that day I had two classes, and luckily for me, I had an exam in each one of them. At the end of the class, I got a mental breakdown and had a lot of stress accumulated. I can continue going that way, so I opted to lock myself in my room, turn off all the lights, and listen to a podcast that already had several references from friends that had worked for them and had good ideas. I did not hesitate another minute and began to listen to it. I heard that great phrase from Socrates, and it made a great impact for me by questioning how I saw things around me and how I perceived myself. One of the reflections that I generated that day was to get to know myself a little more, which was what I was passionate about, which was what I want to do in short, medium, or long term. I really had no idea how important it was to know yourself and the impact of exploring new things that you can do well and those cannot. That was the first step for me to continue advancing in my continuous improvement as a person. Now, already have new goals to achieve and other objectives that I could not have generated with the old mentality that I had. So, no, I'm still not the person I want to be, but I'm already one step ahead of what I was before the quarantine and all this stuff.